Can I get an invite back to the lobby?
Welcome guys to the stream. So this is our FSL Code S now. So Code A was mostly the newer people. I would say under normal circumstances the young kids, but in reality the young kids are really good now. So they're better than the aunts and uncles. So Code S is really about mostly diamonds. So my guest caster here is Weva. I'm just the host this time, an observer. Seth will be talking with Weva. Just to give you guys preview on this matchup, this is SirMalagant versus DarkMenace. You probably familiar with SirMalagant. He's played lots of games with me on my stream. He's a Diamond Protoss. He's been playing since forever, even Brood War days. So he's got that experience, right? He's got the game experience, the competitive experience. DarkMenace, he's 12, and he's reached Diamond already. Many months ago, and he's moved up to Diamond 2, I think. And he's a Zerg player, so this will be a good matchup. They've been practicing really hard for this. What do you think, Weva? You haven't seen these players, but what do you think of the matchup? Protoss, Zerg, they're both Diamonds. One young guy, one older guy.
I don't know about either one of them.
So yeah, so it's
we'll
just
see.
blind. Yeah, just blind, completely blind. Seth is gonna be casting with you, so Seth knows them. I guess you guys can talk about it, see what you guys see. I will be follow my camera, and we're ready to go whenever you guys are. And Seth, take over the
Right,
commentating.
we are starting.
All right, and I'm gonna mute now.
Okay, here we go. Weva, what do you think about this matchup?
Zerg for this matchup, it's always about the Protoss going aggressive.
Going aggressive.
Yeah, and he needs to do drone damage.
Gotcha. So from scouting report point of view, DarkMenace is kind of two opposite spectrums. He can be really, really aggressive early, or he just macros and drones up.
So he's only on the two different extremes, but
yeah, from what I've noticed whenever we played with him,
that's usually Zerg in general though.
Yeah.
Because like it's either you drone up to the point where you're the greediest you possibly can be, or you try to go for some strategical cheese build. It's really hard to do the in between.
Well, let's start out with the player intros. On the bottom right, we have the blue Zerg, DarkMenace.
And on the top left, we have the green Protoss, SirMalagant.
Alright, so it looks like I think SirMalagant sent that probe as soon as the game started to block that hatch first. But he didn't know that he went pull first anyway. So it looks like he takes his first expansion on the third.
Yep. So that means we're probably not going to see any aggressive play whatsoever from SirMalagant. Because if he's like taking extended base like that, he's probably also going to take a natural. That's 3 hatcheries.
But look at that.
It means his lair is going to be late.
Links are going all the way across.
Oh my god.
But SirMalagant is chronoing the Zealot, so...
Yeah. Will we see it though? Will we see it and put the other building down fast enough?
And
okay.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He can still walk through. I think he can get the Zealot out in time. But nice. He got surrounded. He wasted some of the DPS by running around.
Yep. Oh, and that's not even a complete wall. This is really bad. He probably should have pulled a bunch of probes the minute he saw that Zealot.
You guys watching FSL?
Hey, there's more Zerglings coming down.
Yeah, there's only 2 more.
Well, there's no...
If you're gonna pull probes, you can't pull that for you. Like, you need to shit.
Oh man,
This is really bad. There's a lot of damage. Now, is he droning back home? No, he's putting on more lings.
Yes, this is what I was talking about.
He's just gonna go for the kill here. And yeah, you can't. At this point, you can't do half measures if you're pulling probes. You just need to pull them all. He should at least seal up the wall with the probes. He has one zealot about to finish. The second needs to wait for that pylon.
I think if he just holds on, he'll be okay. Because DarkMenace is still at 15 drones.
But this is so much damage. Like, the Protoss lost so many, like, just lost so much resources. Honestly, after that initial wave of, and he's still making zealots, by the way. But after the initial wave of links, I would have really liked to see him just drone behind it.
Yeah.
Because, like, but he's gonna be able to kill this gateway because there's nothing to prevent. There's no ranged units.
Yeah, I would have, as soon as the first Zealot comes out and block it, I would have made a ranged unit, either an Adept or a Stalker. But she kept making Zealots. That shield battery is doing a lot of work. Okay, so it's a hold. Where are we stand? We have 27 drones and 12 probes. That's a big deficit.
Absolutely.
Alright, let's... Yeah, looks like DarkMenace is just droning up. And there's no opportunity for a counterattack for SirMalagant. There's not even a Twilight coming. There's no charge slot coming. He's just trying to catch up on probes. Yeah, he's in a good shape. DarkMenace with his third hatchery up.
Yep. I mean, this is a really bad situation. Zealots did not do well in the late game at all against Zerg.
And his warp gate is severely delayed.
Well, I guess they do, but you need a ton of them. You need a ton of Zealots for them to do well. And you need tech behind it. He's on one gas at this point in the game, a third hatch on the way. Now, I'm surprised there hasn't been a lair yet from DarkMenace. Like, I really would expect a lair by now.
Yeah, I think he's just droning up, and he's getting a lot of gas, so yeah, if he's getting this much gas, I would have expected him to get a lair by now. But he has a Roach Warren up. He might just go full Roach Ravager at this point. Yeah, he's getting the 4th gas. It's not like he's just going to go mute us, although he's not harvesting his gas on this first expansion.
I think if he's getting this amount of gas, he's definitely going hydras at this point.
Well, yeah, here comes the roaches. There's 4 in production. There's no sign of a layer, so I think he's just going to go ham on roaches at this point. While SirMalagant, there's no Twilight. There's, you know, he can't upgrade these Zealots. He is 13 workers behind. I would have used all my chrono to catch up on probes as soon as possible. But here's the tech for SirMalagant. Here's the Twilight Council. But
yeah, but that does not cut it at this point.
Yeah,
I would probably go Robo if I'm this far behind.
that is true. I would have done the same. But here's a big army coming in. The Ravagers are just going to be biling these structures down, I believe. I think he's super dead. Alright, so
Yeah, this is definitely really bad.
I think after he kills that last shield battery, I think he's just gonna go for it. Yeah.
I'm surprised he's going for a kill here, especially with Ravager Ling, to be honest.
Ooh. That might be risky.
Yeah, this is, I think, a little bit too preemptive, too early.
Yeah, because I think he made that big army and then droned up to 60, and then make any more, while SirMalagant just kept warping in units. But there's nothing being researched in the Twilight. He has an extra probe on the second gas in his main. So I think he's very rusty. He doesn't play as much as he used to. So... And a double Evo in DarkMenace.
Yep. I think if he were to just go for Hydras from the get-go instead of Ravager Ling, and then he showed up with like 10 Hydras and some Roaches, there's absolutely no way SirMalagant lives through that at all. But now SirMalagant's going to get charged. He might be able to take a third here. Is he getting Storm? I don't see.
He dropped a robo. Yeah, he dropped a robo. So
he dropped a robo. That's interesting considering that, like, normally you don't go robo after going Twilight unless it's just for observers, and normally you want to go for like Storm.
yeah, so maybe he just wants to just go full on attack. He wants to get a warp prism, so he can just keep warping in. So we'll see. And Zealot charge is almost done, but he's gonna get swallowed. It's a really bad place. He lost a lot of units there. So yep, there's the Hydra.
Ton of Banelings getting morphed.
And Banelings.
Hydras, but right now there's no upgrades on those Hydras. So they're just plain Hydras, very slow, low range. But it's going to be a really hard force for SirMalagant to deal with because he doesn't have many spellcasters, only has this one sentry with no energy. He has one immortal, but that doesn't do well against Ling, Baneling, Ravager, and Hydra. A little hesitation here. Where are the Banelings he morphed?
Yeah,
Did he stop morphing them?
Yeah, it's in the back.
Okay, there's only a few though.
Yeah.
But he looks like he's going to go for more flank here. I'm surprised SirMalagant has his army out here and not behind his buildings. At this point, if you're really trying to make a comeback here,
I think, yeah, because SirMalagant just dropped in a few Zealots to harass. So I think that's delaying DarkMenace.
Gotcha.
But here we go.
I see no. Someone definitely should have played by those shield batteries.
Yeah, I think this is over. This is he's tripling his supply, and there's more Hydras streaming in, so should be seeing GG anytime soon. As soon as those vials hit, there we go.
Yep, GG's.
Right. I think that was a prepared build by DarkMenace.
Hey, you guys aren't watching my observer, by the way. I was pointing the Hydra Baneling a while before it happened.
How do you follow yours, by the way?
You have to you have to switch the observer view. There's a thing you can see the you know how like you can press 1 for the players, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Select my freedom one, and then you'll follow it.
But I don't see that. I might need to change my observer interface.
I use the old one. So yeah, I can just...
If you can just press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right, until you find me. It's a little hard if you don't have the drop down.
Let me try this here. Okay. Alright, let's go to game 2. Game 2 will be Death Aura. Let me set it up.
By the way, I disagree with you, Wava, on that Protoss build. Typically these days, when you drop a Twilight, you do drop the Robo right away too. If it's a prepared build, the reason for that is by the time you have your prism out, you'll either have DTs or some sort of charge slot type of thing. That's like a new zest. That's a zest thing in the past couple years that's been out that that they're doing. That's not why Malagant's doing it though. That was just desperation. He was so far behind. You know what I mean? He was so far behind on that one. It's hard. He was in a bad spot. He should have chronoed adepts or something, or close his pylon wasn't even really closed, right?
Hey, wait, but can you join the FSL channel again? I can't invite you.
No, my game crashed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
so
okay.
there's this weird bug where if you press any button during the loading screen, StarCraft just crashes. It's really annoying.
Really? That's weird.
Yes.
That's okay. We have time. We'll wait for you. The thing that I noticed, SirMalagant, it's SirMalagant, by the way. Don't call him SirMalignant. He'll get mad. Just kidding. He won't get mad. So the thing is, he saw that it was pool first, right? And yet, it didn't seem like he respected it. I think that map's like the smallest one.
No, by the time he saw pool first, he started the Zealot. The 6 lanes were on the way. He tried to chrono the Zealot, but it didn't get there in time. And even then, it was spazzing out and it wasn't attacking, so he lost a lot of DPS.
He also rallied the other new Zealots forward instead of in the back, so one of them got trapped, right, by the Lings outside. So I think that's just like you said, that was like a panic thing. He hasn't played. He's a little rusty.
All right, I think we're ready. Make sure the players are ready. Archon and Protoss. Good. Okay. All right, game 2 between the uncle and the nephew. Let's see if SirMalagant makes some adjustments. But before that, let's introduce the players. On the top left, leading 1-0, we have the blue Zerg, DarkMenace.
And on the bottom right, we have the green Protoss, SirMalagant.
Actually, it's SirMalagant.
Malagant, sorry.
So, Death Aura. How do you like Death Aura, Raven?
Death Aura? Honestly, I don't play 1v1 enough to have an opinion. It looks like a very standard map. I think the speed areas are interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I was watching a GSL last night, and there was a case where they were doing concussive shells on the stalkers, and so it would slow down, but as soon as it hits that speed area, it would speed
Does it
up.
just remove it, or does
it speeds
calculate?
up a little. Yeah, it calculates it, so it speeds up and slows down. It was a funny sight because it's really rare to see that kind of thing. But yeah, it puts an interesting twist to the maps, because before we've had the slow zones, but this one makes it a fast one. But yeah, looks like
Forge fast expand this time. He is adjusting.
Looks like he is going to cannon rush, or just block this front with the cannons.
I think.
Yeah,
Oh, he's gonna cannon.
Yeah. Maybe this will also prevent DarkMenace from just escaping really quickly without any damages. Yeah, but looks like he got a drone out, and he expanded at one of those high yield Vespene gases.
Oh wait, this has high yield Vespene gases?
Yes.
I'm not that familiar with 1v1 these days. That's a neat design.
But it looks like the cannons failed anyway. So he's back to the original plan that you had, where he's just gonna do a fast expand. But he doesn't know about these high yield Vespene gas expansions.
I do like the fact that DarkMenace likes to do pool first every game against Protoss, because it gets rid of all this annoying stuff. When you go hatch first and then you see the probe waiting down there for you, you're just like, oh my god. You know?
So it looks like they both get an expansion without any hiccups right now. They'll be fine, except if SirMalagant finds out about that other base, I think that will be in trouble. But we'll see. We'll see how they go from here. He is really looking for that expansion. Too bad he lost the probe.
He's definitely looking for it, and I think it's really creative that he took the high yield gas because it's not that much far of a distance, and your Zerg, your units are fast, and by the time SirMalagant finds it, it's probably gonna be too late.
Yeah,
Because he did do a forge fast expand. He saw the cannons.
Yeah, what I've seen from Zergs on this map where they take that is they go heavy on roaches and morph them to Ravagers because you're gonna get so much gas. So let's see if DarkMenace does that. Ah, looks like a Stargate from SirMalagant.
He's okay. So just one Stargate and a second gateway on the way. So this suggests to me probably Oracles, is what I'm assuming.
Yeah, and if he just rallies it straight up, you can see it. But looks like DarkMenace sees the Stargate, so it won't be a surprise to him.
No. And just a spore at each base, it shuts down Oracle so hard.
So he made his. That's interesting. He made his Roach Warren at his expansion. So there's a chance he could lose that if SirMalagant finds out about that base.
Yeah, but I think it's more to prevent the scouting of it. But then again, I don't like I would just assume my Zerg opponent has a Roach Warren at this point. It's 150 minerals,
Yes.
Like it is not a big commitment to make the Roach Warren. It's a commitment to make the roaches.
Yeah. So DarkMenace got that expansion, and he's only harvesting gas there. So with that, really
I mean that's not a surprise. So he's probably gonna do the build you're talking about. He's gonna build a swell of roaches, a bunch of Ravagers, and just try to, bop.
All right, let's see if he can see
SirMalagant here.
Ah, he just misses the creep. He just misses the creep, so he still doesn't know that.
I mean, he has to know there's another base. There's no way there's not another base.
Yeah. If I was playing Protoss right now, and that expansion in the natural is, so late.
So late, so low saturated.
Yeah.
Now, that's a late second spore, but he does have the one in the main.
But SirMalagant's not committing to any more air units. So
yeah, the Stargate got scouted. I think instead of an Oracle, he went Phoenix to clear out Overlords, and he's doing some scouting.
Yeah. So he has Void Ray to help him defend because there's nothing here to choose air. Unless
move it! Ooh, there we go.
That was close. So now he's gonna lose all of these Ravagers. Move it!
I like to see a shield battery.
Yeah. He usually builds a shield battery. Yeah, that was pretty expensive. Okay, so his DarkMenace is transitioning to Hydras, and there's a big gateway explosion from SirMalagant. At the same time, taking his third. So, that was a quick blink research, which he canceled. Went to charge. So I think he was thinking about blink, but changed his mind. So I think he's just gonna go charge lot. Yeah, I would be looking everywhere if this is the case, because
I'm shocked that he doesn't at least try to find it. Like he's not doing much of an effort to try to find it. Is the biggest thing. He's taking a third. He's putting a shield battery there. What kind of so we got Hydras on the way.
Yeah, but looking at this. DarkMenace is 13 workers behind. That's not good. Even if you have a good income on gas. But now, SirMalagant is going charge slots. Yeah, charge slots do well against Hydralisks.
Yes, they do very well.
So,
if there's no roach buffer for the Hydralisks, charge lots, if you have a high enough number of them,
they found it. They found
destroy
it.
them. Okay.
Can we take a look at SirMalagant's vision real quick? So
Yep, he's going for
yeah,
it.
he's going
And
for
there's actually, I don't think there's enough to defend to prevent this base from dying. This could be
Yeah.
a total reversal in the state of the game.
That's right.
Because he's been spending this entire time trying to drone up. And
And-
now
Yeah.
he doesn't have a big enough army.
Yeah, he does not. And he's, if he loses that base, he loses the Roach Warren. And since he's going heavy on charge slot, he's going to need that buffer for the Hydras. There goes that.
There's 2 more gateways popping out. So the production of gateway units is going to get very big here. But I would really...
Ice Storm. There you go. He's researching Psystorm. So he has a perfect composition now for the Hydras.
Yep, and one storm finishes, I would probably push out. I don't like to let games get too long against Zerg usually.
Yeah, but even if it doesn't finish it out, he's on 2 base, DarkMenace, while SirMalagant is in a healthy 3 base setup. And look at that, he's still 13 workers ahead. So I think he's in a good position. I like this situation.
I like the 3rd denial here.
Yeah, let's see, does he see that?
DarkMenace definitely does not see that. So, but...
Wonder if SirMalagant sees that right away.
Sure.
Or he's just waiting for it to finish so he can have him lose that money. No.
SirMalagant sees it, the vision, but he...
yeah, so he just didn't act. But he's making a forward pylon, so... Ooh, no cancel either.
Oh my god, he's gonna get a full surround here. This is not good at all. He does not... That is a lot of Protoss units that should have not died. And all the tech is gone.
But yeah, but he can easily trade because he's so much ahead. Yeah, so far ahead. He's just gonna be warping now this forward pylon, so...
Now, I am looking at SirMalagant's like actual perspective, and for some reason, for a little bit, it was really zoomed in. Does he do that? Like really zoom in?
I have no idea. I've never really watched him play over the shoulder. So he does do that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, he's 50 supply ahead, and more zealots are warping in, and Psystorm is done. Blink is done. Charge slot is done. It's time to go. He's got a bunch of Archons, so he can tank for those Banelings, and then just Psystorm the Hydras. Alright, I don't know. Hope he's not waiting for his +1 armor. That's gonna take a while. Alright, here we go.
This is gonna be really hard. Honestly, I don't see any way DarkMenace lives through this.
Ooh, nice Psystorm.
Nice Psystorms pulling away the Zealots. Banelings are gonna connect with the charge lots, but there's still just too much Protoss.
That is too much Protoss. That's a lot of firepower. And another storm is incoming. That was it. GG. It's a good game by SirMalagant.
Did you guys able to follow my view?
Yeah. Also, I just had it stuck there. I wasn't even controlling it.
I sometimes shifted away from it. Just so I could check things on my own, but then I'd shift back.
Yes, I think the mistake there was he didn't actually drone up like he's supposed to.
Yeah.
Like he was stuck at 37 drones. That's pretty weak.
That's like the biggest thing though that separates like the really good Zergs and the like okay Zergs is like knowing exactly when it's safe to drone and when it's not.
He also threw away a lot of units early, trying to do something against the Void Ray cannon defense, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, game 3.
Alright, let me just make sure the players are ready.
What I will say about the current map pool, besides Golden Wall, all of them feel very similar.
Yeah, they do. Just some. It's the rush distance that differs. like Eternal Empire. It takes you forever to cross that map. But yeah, they do have the similar setup where your third would be set up when you take your fourth. They just have a few quirks here and there, but yeah, they do look very similar. All right, game 3, tied 1-1. This is actually a pretty good game. Pretty good matchup. Let's introduce the players. From the top right, we have SirMalagant, the Protoss player.
And in the bottom left, we have DarkMenace, the orange Zerg, changing up the colors this time.
All right, same build. Pool first.
Pull first, yep. Now, after 2 games of my opponent going pull first in a series, I would just stop doing the cheeky stuff and just play really standard.
Yeah. I think his plan is to just block his natural regardless. Because I think from his standpoint, if he was doing a scouting report, DarkMenace is a powerful macro Zerg once he really drones up. So I think that's his game plan. It's like, you know what? I'm not gonna let you get your expo natural up. I'm gonna make you play a scrappy game, and let's see how you go from there.
In my experience, though, going for that cancel like that there actually sets, in my opinion, you as the Protoss behind more than it sets the Zerg behind, because he's just gonna take his third here.
Gotcha.
And like this actually delays your Nexus with the amount of resources you have this early in the game.
Yeah, but I think he's looking at SirMalagant's plan, I think he just wants him to take his expo far away, and then just go defensive, take his natural, even though it's a little bit late.
I think if it makes sense if SirMalagant ends up going for a timing push, where it's like he is relying upon the fact that the Zerg is gonna have gone 3 bases early, and then he exploits that with like an adept push, gets a lot of drone damage, sets the Zerg even more farther behind. Like, you know, having stages of the strategy. But if you're just gonna go into a very standard game after that pylon block, the Zerg is just playing their standard game anyways. They just took a different pace. You know?
Well, that's funny. DarkMenace was able to track down that probe wandering around.
That's huge, to be honest.
Because one of the scouting reports for SirMalagant is actually once he gets going, he usually loves to go DTs. And he powers that DT harass with the probe that is just wandering around. So that's out of the picture.
Now, SirMalagant, making a little bit of macro mistake, does not have 3 probes on that second gas right now. I think he just fixed it, but...
Alright, so it's looking pretty okay right now. No advantage from either side. We don't know what tech SirMalagant has decided to do yet.
Sending a stalker out?
He was looking for that overlord, but it's safe.
I'm curious if he even meant to put it on that side of the gateway, that side of the wall.
He probably didn't rally it, because then it defaults by just showing up at the bottom, right? Okay, Stargate again. I think he does that to keep him safe with a Void Ray first, since it worked for him last game. But this game looks like DarkMenace said, you know what? I'm gonna macro up. You're not making any attack units. You're not harassing me. I'm just going to drone up. So with the 3 hatcheries, I think he's going to be able to catch up with the drones fast. So let's see if he makes an Oracle first.
I would like to see some pressure here. If you're going to force the Zerg to go for that 3 base play, getting some pressure out, exploiting the fact that they're going to be low in units, they have to high drone to maximize the use of that. That third.
Yeah, I would have liked
that creates opportunity to do some drone damage. And as I said earlier, that's really the key as Protoss is if Zerg just get the macro up, they're gonna drone up, and then they're just gonna overwhelm you with units. You need to get that drone damage in.
And yeah, I would have loved them to get an Oracle instead of the Void Ray, but
yeah,
I think he was just trying to play safe. it helped him last game, so he's not changing anything. But at the same time, since he did that, I'm sure he should have been aware that DarkMenace would have adjusted.
Metamorphosis complete.
I'm gonna say, just based off the state of the game right now, I'm gonna give the edge to DarkMenace right now.
Yeah, I agree. He's tied up the worker count, but Zerg's supposed to be able to overtake him at this point. So
Right.
the Void Ray's looking around for any Overlord. I think he killed one of the Overlords already.
Maybe I'm wrong, and KJ can peep in and correct me. I am shocked though that there's no lair by now.
Yeah. I think at this point you have the money. I mean, you're droning up, but you could spare that extra 150, 100.
I tend to go for lair really quickly. It's usually Hive that lags behind for me when I play Zerg.
That's funny. The Void Ray went all the way around, missing that Overlord.
That's a pretty standard spot for the Overlords. Like, I'm pretty sure like a spot like that is on every map, just so Zergs are able to see what comes out the front of a base.
Yeah, he's probably unaware of it because. Oh, there you go.
No.
Move it down a little. If he moves that Void Ray down just a little, he can kill that Overlord. Alright, so let's see. More. Oh, wow. He's making a third Void Ray. There you go. Now he saw that.
Yeah, I'm shocked by this many Void Rays. Like, they tend to not do so well once your opponent makes the Hydra unit.
Yeah, because he has Hive now, and Hydralisk Den is out.
I think SirMalagant must run into like roach bushes a lot.
Yeah, he's probably always expecting that. But he takes his third, puts down Templar Archives. So, you know, supply is pretty even, although, DarkMenace just morphed in 7 Hydralisks.
Yep, 7 Hydralisks. He's getting the group spine to increase range, and he has the evolve muscular augments for after that.
And he's attacking his own. Oh, okay. Good thing he had to inject, otherwise he would have killed this extractor. But looks like SirMalagant is 11 workers behind, and he's not producing anymore. I think he's waiting for his third to come up before.
Yeah, that's a bit of a mistake. If I were him, I'd have both Nexus rallies on the third, and even have them long distance at least. You know,
he just produced 3 at a time now. But his +1's coming.
He's also full on Chrono Boost on one Nexus, and he has upgrades going. He should probably be Chrono Boosting a lot more.
Yes, I think those are little things that he could probably improve on. You know, I'm pretty sure if I'm playing Protoss, I'll be worse than that because your mind's all over the place. But Psystorm's coming up, +1's coming up, morphing some Archons. So it's not it's not in a terrible spot, but yeah, I think DarkMenace is in a better spot.
I like the army out of SirMalagant more right now. I wish he had a couple more sentries, but it looks like he's going out for a push here. He's bringing a probe, I guess, to put a proxy pylon.
He has Storm research, but he does not have any Templars right now. I would have loved for him to, because he has a lot of gas. He can warp in 4 more Templars at this point. Yeah, here's a forward pylon. I think he's gonna get ready for assaulting the 3rd base, while DarkMenace is securing his 4th. So yeah, he really should warp in some Templars. There we go. 3.
So he has Storm.
Yes, he has Storm research, I believe, because he was
Yeah.
researching earlier. So.
It's going to take a bit for those Templars, though, to have the energy for Storm.
Yeah, I think he's gonna wait for another warp-in round, and
Yep.
he's gonna go for it. So
Fortunately, Calderim Amulet no longer exists.
I know. As soon as
And I
it
say
came
that
out,
as a Protoss player, fortunately.
because as soon as it came out, they could storm, but not anymore.
Yep.
Well, DarkMenace sees the army posturing up north. I think that triggers SirMalagant to just go for it at this point. I'm not sure if he has enough energy now for storm. I think he should.
He should probably. It doesn't take long. Yeah, he
Yeah, there we
definitely
go.
does.
Oh!
The Templars are gonna die, but they did get some storms off. I definitely feel DarkMenace is gonna win this engagement. He got the surround. And this is really not good. And this is...
I think that was a good split by DarkMenace on the storms. So he lost all his army, he lost his forward pylon, so now he's going to be in the defensive for a bit.
Yep. This is the exam. This is what happens when you don't do damage to the drones, the Zerg's economy at the start.
Yeah.
You just get absolutely overwhelmed.
Yeah, because DarkMenace now is at 75 drones. That's where he want to be, and at this point, it's going to be all fighting units. So here we go. Now it's just a matter of making sure he's efficient in this engagement, not die to these storms because there are a couple of High Templars. So
You're just gonna get rid of the static defense here with Ravager. He's not gonna push out. Oh, that is not a good move.
oh, I think he baited him for the storms.
Yep.
Right. So DarkMenace is gonna readjust his position, maybe attack from the middle instead of going down that.
Now he doesn't know there's no more storms left.
Although
But he's keeping the Ravagers there. I like that actually.
All right, here we go.
Because I don't think he knows that the army's in the new position. So
Oh, storm! He just baited him for the Ravagers to move up, but he's not going all the way. He's just trying to.
he's killing the Forge there. That's +1 shield's gone.
Yeah. But then he lost that surprise.
I don't like this engagement of DarkMenace.
Yeah, I don't. Although he's still 60 supply ahead, but now
There's a Colossus up now. There is a Spire, so we should see some Corruptors.
range is about I don't know, 30 seconds before it finishes.
With
So-
Chrono Boost, it will be there by the time he makes it over there. It will be done.
There might be a window for SirMalagant to do something here.
Yeah, he definitely needs to kill off a base. I would say he's gonna take his fourth, and I think he's gonna push behind in the same direction. So that's usually a pretty good play as Protoss. Push the same way you're expanding. That way you're kind of defending both because your army's slow.
Right, here we go.
But we're gonna get full surround off here, and this is not good.
I think that should be good. That should
Yeah.
do it.
You probably should have waited for 2 more Colossi. 3 is the magic number. 4 is like primo.
Yeah.
And you definitely need more sentries against an army like this.
Yeah, he's double in the supply now. He's warping in more Templars, but I think... Yeah, I don't think he can deal with this much Zerg at this point. He has a Hive. He's upgrading this Raiders. I wonder if he's gonna go Broodlords. Because he's light years away from any Tempest tank.
Yeah, Broodlords are a really good tool when you're ahead to like close out games.
And plus, he has all of the melee upgrades down, so it'll help the Broodlord Broodlings. But yeah, I think it's just a matter of time now.
I would probably go Lurkers. Here.
Yeah, but I think
Lurker, Hydra, and Fester is probably really strong.
I think he's just gonna get overwhelmed at this point.
Yeah.
There's just so much Zerg.
There's storms are good, but not this good.
Well, we'll see if he blocks his own army and he gets stormed and colossal shots.
Those Colossi, what? Nah, this is just over. He's getting overwhelmed.
What is it?
Is this the best of 3?
That's
So DarkMenace looks like he's gonna be taking the series here.
that should be game. All right. So now we get to see myself get embarrassed on stream, but that's okay.
Who are you playing against?
I'm playing against DarkMenace's older brother, which is a really good Protoss.
Well, what do you play? Zerg?
I'm gonna random this. So
Oh my god. A man after my own heart. I wish I had the guts to play random in 1v1. I don't.
yeah, we'll see how it goes.
It's the mirrors that are like, I don't want to learn all the mirrors.
GG.
Interviews?
All right, you can interview him. Your turn.
All right.
Game.
Hello?
KJ,
Games. Now you had it.
I know. I messed up. I didn't.
Yeah, so
I was too aggressive.
we have both players on for an interview. Sir, so tell us about the game, SirMalagant, from your perspective, the last one.
Yeah, I think I got surrounded there bad. I shouldn't have.
Twice,
went
right?
out. Yeah, twice. I had a good troops. I just got surrounded bad. Actually, that was a bad attack. Should have just waited for a bigger ball.
yeah, three colossi is that magic number that
Yeah.
they start to just kill hydras, the three of them with one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was good. It was a good game, good series. Now we have DarkMenace here. Congratulations on the win. What are your thoughts on the game, DarkMenace?
Well, the first game, I did a strategy that worked already because we've played a lot before, and it worked every time I did it, so it gave me a big advantage so I could win, because he was kind of behind the entire first game, so it wasn't too hard.
So my question for you, why do you keep doing 12 pool? That seems so risky.
I know, but it works.
Yeah.
Also, it's kind of to trick him, but the second game, I forgot to drone, and I was distracted with his cannon rush, kinda.
Got it. And SirMalagant, when you kept doing this 12 pool shenanigans and you didn't stop, what you switched to just forge first, so you don't have to deal with it at all, right?
Yeah, exactly. I just, you know what? Let's just stop this 12.
But it was
We just get fat.
yeah, I know. Well, this is a good opening match, guys. Thanks for playing. Congrats, DarkMenace, and we'll update the bracket. Let's go on to the next match. Thanks, guys.
All right. Good game.
GG.
GG.
All right, so SirMalagant, you're gonna have to cast the next game with
Who's playing?
it's Neutrophil versus Seth. So let us update the bracket really quick while we're
Let me just
here.
Let me just leave my camera like this then.
Yeah. That was a
All
good.
right. I needed to practice more, man. I just warmed up this before night.
Yeah, there were some mechanical mistakes there, like rallies.
Yeah, exactly.
The rallies of the guys go in the wrong place. But
And
other than that, you were pretty decent though, considering.
Yeah, my Templars too. I couldn't control my storms properly.
Yeah, you whiffed on one, but you had a good one on the other.
Yeah, exactly.
So that wasn't
Yeah, I
too
got
bad.
surrounded there. That was a good surround by DarkMenace. Actually.
Yeah. So when Zerg surrounds you, you're kind of in trouble. So you and Weva here will cast this game.
Yeah. Who's playing?
It's Neutrophil versus Seth. So Seth is a
Ooh.
random player, as Weva already
Protoss.
Yeah,
figured out, which is hard to do, right?
it's so hard. It's especially the mirrors. Like, it's one thing to like play ZVP and kind of not be familiar as the Protoss. It's one thing to play ZVZ and you have no idea because like the other Zerg is just so much more familiar with their race than you are. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, and a random player messes up my opening actually, because I have a certain opening when it's a certain
Oh,
race.
oh yeah, as Protoss, it's really
Yeah.
annoying when you face a random player
That's a
because it's
very
like
good point.
it's like
Yep.
where do I put my pylon?
Exactly. Do I go 2 gates?
So at that point, you know what you do? You have to
Mhm.
put the pylon up top
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be
because
safe.
if it's Protoss, you're screwed. He's gonna do a stalker rush and then just keep picking at your front gate, right? If
Yeah.
it's Terran,
Yeah.
well, guess what? He's gonna set up a bunker and just start picking at you up there.
Yeah, you have to just go up top.
You have
Always.
to. So and
Yeah.
if he's Zerg, then guess what? Your wall at the bottom is late, which means you
Mhm.
have to open aggressive
Yeah.
to then get that. By the way, I like your pylon block. It forces the Zerg to get a third further, but you have to pressure him with some adepts because he's trying to transfer drones in there. That's the only thing I would change on your build,
Yeah.
right?
I need to do a depth.
It's either that or you cancel it. You cancel your pylon.
It's one thing to pylon block, that's fine, but you need to take advantage of the fact that you're forcing the Zerg to get an early third base. Otherwise, it's just a normal game to them, and
Yeah.
it didn't actually do anything, and it delays your netcos.
Yep. That's true.
But other than that, I mean, one Void Ray 2 is my suggestion. Void Rays just kind of suck unless you have a lot of them. And
Yeah,
that's
right.
hard to do. That's hard to do. They're great though for defending Ravager rushes, roach rushes.
They're like paper plates that are slow.
Yep.
So fragile.
So what do you prefer, Blink or Stargate as Protoss player against Zerg?
Who, me or are you?
Yeah,
talking to?
you.
What was the question again? Sorry.
What do you prefer, Blink or Oh, hold on. We got a lot of noise from Seth.
All right, hold on.
I'm just gonna mute him. There you go. He's muted. I muted him. And we need the other camera.
Where's that noise coming from, Seth? Yeah, there's a loud noise.
It's
All right,
just
there you
static.
go. We got both of them on now. Let me adjust the overlay again, guys. Hang tight while you guys chat. So talk about the games, guys. Talk about the two players. SirMalagant, what do you think?
Yeah, I think EJ or Neutrophil has an edge here because he's been playing a lot one-on-ones. Most of us, for us, Seth, you, me, I mean, we've been playing team games lately, so that messes up the 1v1s. So I give Neutrophil definitely an advantage here. So hopefully it's not a sweep.
Well, what is Neutrophil plays Protoss, right?
Yep. I think he's what, Diamond? High Diamond too?
What's his style of play usually? Is he aggressive Protoss? Is he a macro toss?
He's a macro toss, actually. He defends well at first, and then he macros up.
All right, we're good to go.
All right.
Just invite us, and we're good to go. So, I guess let me talk about these two players. Neutrophil is typically a macro Protoss, right?
Okay, we're gonna see very standard builds, no party
typically,
Yeah.
but it's a series, right? So you should throw in something weird. You can't be predictable, right?
Maybe
You can't.
Cheese or something.
Exactly, it's good to cheese. You can't just play standard all the time, so you have to cheese, especially in a best of, right? So he's a standard player, but we'll see what he does. As far as Seth, I anticipate since he's playing random, he's gonna do some really aggressive all-ins and take advantage that he's random.
Yeah.
That's what I would expect. Now we don't know because I mean when I play someone that's random on ladder, what do you guys expect? Some sort of cheese, right?
Cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, Idris said it himself in Wings of Liberty. Just memorize 9 cheese builds.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're random, well, they don't know. They can't just prepare. You lose that edge, and they have to send a worker out to scout, which means that guy is not mining.
That's always my standard. If it's a random I just drop a pylon.
Pylon Scout, right?
Just
Yeah.
it.
Oh
Same.
yeah,
Pylon Scout. That's it.
Same with me. If I'm Zerg, I do this triple extractor trick, and then I get it drawn out really fast, and have
Yeah.
16 workers mining still. So to me, I do that just to get a scout off. If I'm Protoss, Pylon Scout. If I'm Terran, I don't do anything different because you still have to build a wall up top anyway.
yeah. You build a wall, you're safe as Terran. Like
Yeah.
if they do anything super cheesy, you have this unit called the Tank. I mean, I think Terran is like the hardest race to cheese. in
It is. It
general.
has the best defense, right? Because
Yeah.
of the tank,
Yeah.
like you said, they can build a bunker, they can lower and raise walls, the supply depots, and then they have a scanner. So it's really hard to cheese a Terran if they know it's coming.
So guys, if you really hate losing the cheese, just play Terran. Okay.
I don't know. A lot of Terrans still complain about cheese, right?
Yeah, but
So-
okay, but that's Terrans. Like Terran plus complaining equals Terran.
Yeah, I
Like,
guess that's true. I ran a poll in one of my tweets, and it had so many votes, and it was overwhelming. 80% Terrans was the biggest whining group. And it's really funny that we all think that way. I do play Terran now for this season, so I see the problems that they have to deal with, and it's frustrating to play Terran.
yeah, so volatile.
Game's ready. Join up.
Yeah, join. I'm in now, so we'll waiting for you.
Okay.
For Wava, there you go.
No, don't spoil GSL, but I actually saw the tweet from Rainer
Ah!
where he was practicing.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah. Where he
That's
was
not a
practicing.
GSL. That wasn't GSL though. That was
Oh,
DreamHack.
okay.
He's playing for DreamHack. So what he did? Tell him what you did.
So he literally played custom games where he had 3 people playing Archon mode as the Terran to practice for Maru.
Yeah, because Maru's so good supposedly, but honestly, everyone keeps talking Maru this, but he keeps losing. The new person is Cyril. It's Rainer and Cyril, and Innovation. But Innovation, anyway, I'm not gonna say anything about the games.
I mean, this is a quote from Penguin. Is Maru just is not good in the just like practice environment of GSL. Like if it's a weekend tournament of any kind, he doesn't know his opponent's like way ahead of time. I feel Maru's like really weak. But anyways, let's get to the series and these players.
All right, we're gonna start.
All right.
Follow my cam, James. SirMalagant
Right.
Wava.
All right. On the bottom right, we have the red Terran, Seth. Playing random. actually.
Random.
I'm sorry.
And then in the top left, in the purple trunks, we have Neutrophil.
Yeah. It's gonna be an interesting game because I haven't seen these two play at all. We play usually team games.
Seth wasn't happy that Neutrophil was his opponent.
Oh, he expressed his sentiment on that, I guess?
This days. He was like, I'm about to go get embarrassed on stream.
Oh,
I saw him rooting for him here as the random player.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that. Cheese build. Cheese opening. Proxy barracks. Nice.
Only
Yes, sir.
one proxy barracks though.
And it's probably just a Reaper harass for him, I guess. Let's
Well,
see.
there's no gas yet, so I would be shocked
that's
if
right.
it's a Reaper.
He probably forgot. Probably forgot his gas. It's a Marine. Sending Marines there would be, I don't know.
Marine rushes tend to not work against Protoss because
Yeah.
one stalker can like kill like 3 Marines.
Yeah, you can just dance around.
Yeah.
Alright. It's a good gas block, actually.
Yep.
Alright. 2 barracks so far.
I do this all the time, by the way, as Protoss against Terran. It's steal
Oh,
the
really?
gas.
Steal the gas.
Oh yeah, it limits the plays they can do so much. Like and then once you understand like okay, they can only do this stuff, I mean, it makes being a macro toss so much easier because you know exactly what to prepare for, you know?
Yeah,
and
that's a good
also
point.
tends to force them to expand
Mhm.
quicker, which means there's less cheese. And
Yeah.
as Protoss, all you really care about is just getting to the late game because that's where you shine, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point. Let me do that on my Terran games. Yeah, I usually do a steal a gas for my Protoss versus Protoss games. I usually do that, but not on Terran.
Yeah. It gets really hard against Protoss because Protoss expect when they see a probe in their main. Some Protoss they just put a probe and put in a whole position near their geyser that's been not taken yet, just to
Yeah.
prevent you from doing that
Yeah.
because they're just like, if you get your gas stolen in PvP, you're like done. At
Yeah.
a high level, you're just dead.
Yep, we're so behind. Alright, let's see what he can do with this Marauder and Marine. Alright, so far 1 kill. Bad. There's another, look at that. It's an all Marine push. Oh, Marine and Marauder push.
I like just waiting here for the additional units.
Yeah.
With this amount of units, I mean, it sucks that he didn't transfer that one worker, but this amount of units, I really hope is not able to kill the Nexus. I like pulling workers here. Just get rid of the units. Now he should be targeting that Marauder because that's really the threat here. Once the Marauder's gone, the meat of the army is just Marines.
That's right. I guess he's gonna lose this. He might lose this base actually.
No, he won't. I mean, there's still it's still at the shield part of the health. He's just waiting for more and more units, and the longer this goes, the easier it will be for the Protoss to defend. We have a bunker on the way.
Bunker in the front.
But now this can't reach the Nexus, so while it's great to fall back upon the bunker, it's not really gonna be that dangerous. It's just gonna make him harder to like end the rush earlier. Now, it really sucks that he built the robo on the neutrophil built the robo on the low ground because if at this point he would have had an immortal and the immortal would just end this immediately.
Well, he's been killing a lot of probes lately. I mean,
he
so
killed
far,
the worker on that bunker, which is huge. You see, it's like just
almost finished.
Yeah, that's really good timing by him.
Wow, so far Sep's doing good with this harass because he's already making a command center support this. Oh, Banshees, nice. Just going for Banshees. Let's see. There's still no. Oh, he will be able to make the observer. So
if I were Seth, I'd pull back.
Yeah,
like
he's just losing a lot of units by now. Oh, get out of there, man!
The immortal immediately ends this.
Yeah. All right.
I have a question for you. Do you believe that Immortal is the best unit in the game?
Well, I guess not really.
I don't know. I feel that that's like a debate. Is the Immortal just the best unit in the game?
Yeah, I mean, by itself, definitely not. But if you have one Immortal, definitely changes the dynamics, right?
Yeah.
Like this one, just push out one Immortal, stops usually the aggression. So even on Protoss versus Protoss. So let's see. Oh, look at that! He's still working on that assimilator.
He just didn't bother killing it.
Yeah, he just didn't bother killing it.
Now there's a tank on the way. Is a starport finished yet? Yeah, it is. He's not building medevacs though. I guess having only one gas, he's low on gas, but that's really like a huge turning point. Stim and medevacs for Stim is about done for the Terran, and then he can start exerting some pressure.
Yeah, we missed the harass on the top. There's a Banshee there. Let's see how many kills the Banshee. See how many kills did that thing go?
2.
2. Oh, not bad. Okay.
I mean, it's still alive, so
yeah.
As long as it doesn't die, any amount of kills is good.
Yep. As long as he just keeps harassing that back, get neutrophil defensive right there. Oh, another one. Same is good. Lift that thing. Don't lose it. It's not gonna lift it. Probably just forgot about it.
No, he's been targeting it, so I don't think he forgot about it. It looks like he's gonna go back in with the Banshee again. He just targeted that.
Hey, your base is under attack. It's a trap.
More barracks on the way. He's really getting his production up. And the third being created in the main. I really like that. Now the Protoss should be taking a third at this point.
Oh, why is he losing his barracks? Oh man, should just lift that thing up.
The Banshee's now up to 5 kills.
Nice, it's been worth it then. Oh, we have Storm coming, almost done. All right, this is gonna be good push by neutrophil. Both of them are taking their thirds. Okay, looks like we're in for a long game.
Yep, we're going into the phase of the game that honestly once I get my third settled, now I don't like this positioning of the third frame, because what ends up happening is like a Terran will drop in the main, you'll bring your army up there, and then they're gonna lift off and immediately drop to your third.
To the other, yep.
I tend to like expanding horizontally as the Protoss.
Yeah, that's
because your bases are more isolated and becomes harder for them to transition a medevac drop from one to the other.
Like there's a prison there, just waiting to make a move. So I guess neutrophil is just going to be waiting for opportunity to drop that warp in some units. All right, let's see on the top left. There's an activity. What's that? Oh, it's just a liberator. Okay, another harass. Yep. Look at that. As long as he keeps harassing neutrophil, he's been making neutrophil stay at home. Now Seth has 10 probe advantage actually, 10 SCV advantage.
I would say Seth is doing really well here with the harass, with the now he's gonna. I think he's just. I don't. Okay, he just scanned, so now he knows where the third is. I think he's gonna transition his army away from that direction. We'll see, because normally you want to siege up the third. Yeah, he's gonna go for the third.
No, that's a small army with Storm behind. Oh, let's see if that.
Well, like him expanding here also is gonna be really good for the tanks. Like he's gonna be able to tank on that ledge and just be able to kill those gateways and defend these units.
All right, we got a prison coming in. Do or die.
What's going on with that prism? He got distracted.
Distracted with his defense.
Just zealots.
Yep.
Is he gonna warp in anymore? But see, the tanks are just wailing on the gateways from across, and it becomes hard. He's gonna clear this up.
Clear this one.
It looked like Seth was busy with the drop. It really wasn't paying attention to his army, because he really should have pulled back the moves and medevacs.
Yeah.
He's gonna drop in response. The warp-ins are definitely gonna clean this up though.
Neutrophil should focus on that dropship actually. Let's see. All right, they're even now on the worker count, so that person drop there was good. All right, let's see what's the action of the
honestly,
look at that Marine run in.
There's a tank also there too,
Yeah,
which is where.
there.
But honestly, I don't think that did very well in general. This is a lot of free units.
Yep.
Now, fortunately for Seth, the army here is really slow because it's Templars and there isn't a War Prism right now to lift them up. So it's continuing a bit to get across the map. Hopefully he can have a good siege defense here. with liberators and tanks, and it becomes really hard to engage into that with an army like this.
Yeah, so Neutrophil's trying to attack on the front while Seth is trying to send his liberators to harass again on the back. Probably going to the natural expansion.
I do not like building the 4th on location because exactly this is going to happen to it.
Oh boy.
It's just going to get denied here. When you're behind, you should not be building on location.
Mhm.
Some liberator harass on the gases.
Stop, gas. Look at that. The neutrophil is spending really well.
That is such a clever positioning by Seth, but he's getting caught unsieged.
Ah! Oh, he's gonna lose that tank. Oh, good. He didn't lose the tank. These bunkers, there's nothing in the bunker.
That tank just barely lives, but honestly, there's a lot of Protoss here and a lot of Storms.
Yeah. I think this will be a GG here with a Prism backing it up. It's gonna be hard. And he loses his liberators. Yeah, this is a strong Protoss force right now.
You really need the Ghost to deal with Storms
Yeah.
in that amount of mass. But also getting caught on siege was
Yep,
huge.
he got caught on siege there. Game.
So that game, I like the harass. He did stay too long, to be honest. I think he should have backed off earlier. Like after the bunker died, he probably should have just backed off. But I think that game went pretty well for Seth at the beginning, especially with the Banshee harass.
Those harass by Seth were really good, actually. Killed a lot of probes in the beginning. I mean, with this Banshee, then Liberators, that was really good harass. He just wasn't able to macro up behind it. He has so much money, minerals. By the time Neutrophil was pushing, he had, 2,000 minerals? And almost 2,000 gas? So yeah, I think he got busy with all this microing, this harass at the back. Alright, let me see. Join game. Alright, let's see if Steph can even this up.
Yep, and remember this is random, so this could be a completely different matchup here.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, we have no. Alright. Cameras for Seth is out. Let's see.
But I want to comment on Seth's position with the 2 liberators at the end there. That was really clever because it was actually like impossible with the positioning of those liberators for stalkers to actually attack one of them without getting hit by like another one.
Yeah.
So like he has to lose stalkers to kill them, and it was on the gases, which is like an incredibly important thing for Protoss. So it required a huge commitment, which is why the warp bins weren't as big for the big push. Because fortunately for Neutrophil, he just had way more stuff, you know.
Yeah. Then the macro, way better for Neutrophil. He spent so good. Looking at the mineral count while he was attacking, he was like around 200 minerals compared to Seth's 2,000. So, all right, starting. Let's see. Let's see if it's gonna be a mirror game. Protoss versus Protoss. Be interesting because Seth has a good Protoss play. Oh,
It is.
it is. On the bottom left, we have the red random Seth.
And in the top right, we have the man in the orange chunks, Neutrophil.
At one game. Let's see what will be the build for. I guess he's gonna cheese this time. Look at sending a probe so early.
Yep, That is a really that's a really early probe spout. No.
I
For
know.
a second I thought it was gonna be a 4. Just like,
Yeah, I was
oh,
waiting.
we're in for cannon rush. I was so excited. I know like people hate facing against cannon rushes, but I love watching them.
Ooh, look at it, a proxy, probably a Stargate. It's like a Stargate.
It's a-
It's gonna be a Stargate proxy for Seth. Let's see if that's what he's decided
Yeah.
to do.
It's gonna be a proxy something, and that
Yeah.
from that position, it's probably Stargate.
Yeah, it's probably a Stargate.
He's denying the gas steal. Good job by Seth to know that.
There you go. The second gas. Wait till the other one, the scout to move out so he doesn't see.
Now neutrophil here. He's gonna build the second gateway around the time he's building the cyber. That means he's going for definitely like gateway, Twilight, maybe Robo build, but just pretty standard here. Only one gateway for Seth, so he's definitely gonna immediately get a. This is Stargate at this point. It has to be.
Yeah, it has to be a Stargate.
Yeah.
Gas.
He has 2 gas. He has only 1 gateway. The minute the cyber comes out, he's gonna throw down the.
Once he has 150 gas, he's gonna drop that Stargate. Let's see. But then again, Neutrophil has dealt.
Now neutrophil is gonna go in this base. If he's gonna notice only 1 pylon, he's gonna be like, okay,
Yeah.
you can't have this many probes in 1 pylon.
Yeah.
So
It's gotta be somewhere.
there has to be another pylon somewhere.
Oh, interesting. Neutrophil went for a sentry. Interesting. Alright. Oh no, Seth is floating with so much minerals. He needs to spend.
Yeah, he's building a second gateway to do that. He's starting warp gate. I think if I were him, I would be building a Nexus at this point.
Yeah.
But he's just gonna chrono boost out an Oracle here. We have a Nexus going down for Neutrophil. Now, he doesn't have any units in position, and if you don't have units in position for the Oracle in PvP, it can wreak so much havoc by the time your units get there because they're slow.
Yeah. If you put just one, what you call this, shield battery, that should stop that first wave.
Yeah.
Get this one. Oh no!
It's gonna do so much damage. This shield battery is so late. 1, 2,
2,
3,
4.
4,
Get out of there!
5. You know what? That's pretty good damage. That's
Yeah.
really good damage. As long as he doesn't lose the Oracle, as long as you don't lose that that harass unit, any damage is pretty good. Like as long as it's not 0. But here's the thing: we have a Robo on the way. We have no, we don't have a Twilight Council actually.
Yeah, get that.
I'm
Opting for a server first. Okay, he just probably.
that's fine to scout. He just hallucinated Phoenix, so I'm curious why he's going for Observer. He saw the Stargate. He knows there's no DTs coming.
Yeah.
He just hallucinated Phoenix to scout.
Oh, there we go. Another.
Oh, that's
nice. Oh, good. That was very smart of Neutrophil to bait one probe.
Yeah, but I do like that move, to be honest. It's gonna be way more effective than actually trying to kill the probes.
Yeah.
It did just do some disruption rather than like actually nothing. There's a Zealot on the way. He knows it must be a proxy.
And then
So
he sees it.
So what is Seth going? Like, what's his transition at this point? He's getting blank.
Yeah, he's going.
I don't like that. And he's going a Robo.
Well, if wait, let's see. What's
blank is good if it's like your opener, but if you're like transitioning, I would much prefer to see charge in PvP, and just get a lot of Zealots because. Like, Zealots absolutely destroy Immortals, they destroy Stalkers, they just destroy the bread and butter of Protoss.
Alright, so Neutrophil is way ahead with 7 probes. 8, 9 probes now.
Yep. He got the Nexus out that much earlier, so it looks like he's going to come out in the openers. He has 2 he has a forge, which is something you don't see as often in PvP. Like it's
Yeah.
usually pretty late before you see a forge because upgrades don't matter as much. But the fact that he has the money to get it is a huge indicator.
All right. Seth is
But oh my
attacking.
god, there is so much stalkers here, and there's so he might got caught way too greedy, and Blink's about to finish,
Yeah.
and the Zealots are still slow. Not getting the Twilight is really gonna hurt Neutrophil here.
I'm afraid that.
Also, the late Immortal.
But the Immortals here. Okay. Feet is almost done.
Yep, Charge is about to finish. Now, Seth doesn't know that, but he's
And
waiting
he
for I
did-
think there's one more round of Stalkers to finish, but Charge
And,
should be finished by the time he attacks. So the
Yeah,
engagement's going to go way different.
I thought he's gonna make a. I think he's gonna get inside in this one.
Blink back 1, blink back 2.
Blink,
Nice
blink,
blinks
blink.
there. Oh, the bib miss micro there.
Alright. Zealot feats are done. And the prism is coming out. For a harass counter. Yep. I like this play by Neutrophil. Put the pressure back to the red Protoss.
But the thing is, he's getting Charge, and he's building a Robo. But he's behind on tech. He doesn't have Archons.
Yeah.
That's a second Robo. Is he going Colossi? Or is he just going double Immortal? Like, but Stalkers, they do not, like, the longer the game goes, the more those become paperweights in this
Yeah.
matchup.
Well, look at that. Seth is now expanding for a third.
He also has a Warp Prism, if you see up top.
Yeah. Just
So-
waiting there.
This looks like a parting strategy here. Like, this looks like what parting normally does to to Terrans. Just tons of Blink Stalker pressure, and then use a Warp Prism as well. I mean, these free units are great that Seth is getting.
So far, even now on. Oh, look at that. There's a.
Yeah.
There's the Adept Harass, the back. That forces Seth to go back to defend.
Now, it looks like Seth just forgot about this Warp Prism up top.
Yeah, I think he did.
It just been there, like, in warp-in position for a while.
So far, so good. They've been fairly even. Up, blink in, and get that thing. Ah, good job. That should stop that harass.
Yeah. So we have double Immortal production out of here from Seth.
Nice.
But they get no way to make Archons, which are huge, because what ends up happening is both Protoss players are going to make a lot of Zealots, and then the Archons are really good against Zealots. So you want the Archons to counter your opponent's Zealots.
Yeah. He doesn't have one.
Yeah, he has no way to even build them right now.
Yeah.
Seth is also going double Forge.
Oh, there you go. Finally,
Yep.
using that prism. You should wait. Actually, don't do it now. Wait till the main force is attacking his expansion, probably, to drop the prism. Sometimes that's my mistake. I'm too eager to do a prism
They're attacking
prism
the
drop
base,
and
you know.
then just lose everything.
I return to serve.
So far, Seth is ahead on army count, I believe. Oh no, just probe. He's ahead 54 to 42 probes. Wow, Seth doesn't have any upgrades actually. Neutrophil has one attack and one shield. Does he even have Forge? Oh, he is. He is researching. Okay.
That is an interesting third by Neutrophil.
I know, right? It's like a hidden one.
It's like hidden, but like not really.
There you go. Now that I think that's a good way to drop that.
Yep, this is gonna be some decent Ras.
Yeah.
There's a lot of warp-ins coming in here, I think, from both players.
Nice.
Oh no, that is a ton. That is a ton of warp-ins from Seth. This is gonna do so much damage.
He doesn't have detection, I think. Yep. Alright. That's it.
Yep, that is it. Neutrophil just absolutely destroyed him.
That's a very big push. Yeah.
That is the power of having Archons.
Yeah, Archons are crazy. Good game. So Seth goes down to the lower bracket. Game.
Let's interview Neutrophil real quick.
Okay. Good game. That was a good 2 games for Seth, actually. I didn't expect him to be the aggressor there.
I think we typically expect him to be the aggressor as the random player. Typically, the longer the games go, the less familiar you are as a random player.
Neutrophil, can we hear you? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
Nice. Game. Good game.
Congratulations, that was a good win. Tell us about the games.
I just felt like I should play defensive. I just kept scouting everywhere, getting a lot of sentries, observers, because I didn't want to die to any all-in or anything like that.
Yeah, it was a good defense for you. The first game and the second game, actually, you're very defensive, which is good. Yeah, and I like your. I like the way you what you call this. You wait to attack until you have a bigger force.
What was your thinking behind the gas deal in game 1, Neutrophil?
I usually die to like some sort of tank push that's early, so I like to get the gas just to slow it down, and hopefully I have more time to prepare if it does come.
It limits the options of the Terran, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, did you know he had a proxy pylon out on that second game?
He did? Where?
Well, to make the Stargate, yeah. Did you know that? When you went in to scout and you only saw one pylon in his base, did you know?
Oh, yeah, for Seth.
I figured it was something out there, but I didn't really do anything about it. I did get a battery, but it was a little late.
Gotcha, okay. Well, let's talk about game 1, right? He was Terran. You lost quite a bit of probes from harassment from the Banshee and then the Liberators. I mean, he did a great job kind of like putting you on edge. How did you feel about game 1?
I just felt that if he was putting all his attention into the attacks and also his money into the harassment of my stuff, I figured I could just go attack him. And I felt kind of comfortable in that game despite me losing all those workers.
Well, actually, his opener was a proxy marauder, right? Did you, when you saw that coming, your shield battery up front was very late, right? Did you think you were gonna lose your Nexus, or you're confident you were gonna hold it?
I was pretty sure I was going to lose my Nexus, but I'm glad I didn't.
Gotcha. All right. Well, congratulations on moving on, and you'll be facing the winner of Little Reaper and Isaac, while DarkMenace faces the winner of myself and Agent Orange.
Alright, thank you.
Good game.
Alright, so Seth, are we cool? Let's see, is Seth on?
I can hear him. You can't hear Seth?
Didn't you mute him?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I muted him because he was
Oh yeah, very loud.
Okay. All right, say that again. I didn't hear you.
Are we doing the Alex and Isaac game or not?
We can.
We can.
Alex, Isaac, you guys ready? You ready? You want to play Isaac or no? He wants to prepare. He's
Okay.
working on the
Okay.
build. He didn't expect to play tonight, so that's okay. All
Yeah,
right,
they-
Isaac, be ready. He's preparing something.
Yeah, they just had
Yeah, they played. Yeah, they played last night, so I think he's preparing something. So, and he was expecting we'll have either Mark or the other, you know. Well, yeah, either Mark, right? So and me. So, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We'll do the replay, the cast from replay on my games, and then we'll do the other games. Possibly tomorrow. We'll see when. We'll figure that out. But this is the FSL. Thanks for casting, Wava, SirMalagant, and Seth.
Yep.
Have
No
a good
problem, KJ. It was a pleasure.